Okay guys, y'all have been asking for my buttercream recipe, and this is it. This is what I use. I use 8 sticks of salted butter. I know a lot of people don't use salted butter, but then they add salt, so I don't get the concept. I've always used salted butter, and everybody always loves my buttercream, so it works for me. I use two 2-pound bags of confectioner's sugar. I use 1/4 cup of water, and I use vanilla. In this case, I'm going to be using clear vanilla because I want my buttercream to stay light in color. But normally I make my own vanilla extract, and I make it with Jim Beam whiskey and vanilla beans. So that's normally what I use, but it kind of turns it a little bit dark, and I'm wanting this batch to stay really light. So I'm using clear today. I start by putting my vanilla into my water mixture, and I have all of my butter in the mixer, and it is softened butter. You want it to be softened so it'll mix better. And I actually bought this mixer. I have this stand mixer, but I bought this one because it has the lid. And I can mix everything right here without having. I can't stand when the powdered sugar goes all over the kitchen. So we're going to cream our butter really well. I broke my thing right here. I need to order another one. I then start adding in the sugar a little bit at a time. I turn this down so that it doesn't go all over the place. And I just add it in this little trough thing here. Still have to put your hand here because it'll throw it everywhere. I'll let that get worked in really well. Once that has been worked in really well, then I add my water and vanilla mixture in at this point. I pour my second bag of sugar in. And I usually let that mix for about 2 to 3 minutes because you do want some air to be into it so it'll be fluffy. And that's it. This lid is such a lifesaver because it keeps the buttercream the powdered sugar from going all over the kitchen. And that's it. You have a really nice, consistent, really nice, smooth. It is stiff. If I add the water into it to make it a little less stiff because it kind of tears your cake up if it's real stiff. I know some people add milk. I don't because we're, in the Texas heat, and so I just don't put milk in it. I use water instead. I believe you can use coffee creamer too if you want to give it that flavor, but I've not had any trouble with this flavor. It's really good. It's just a really nice, smooth consistency. It tastes really well. It's butter and sugar. How can it be bad? But that's it, guys. That's my buttercream recipe.